Have you ever looked back on your reading life and said, you know, I have a strong reading background? Well, here's mine. I think I had a strong reading background, but I don't know, I'll let you guys be the judge. Here's my literacy autobiography. One of the first books I had was Good Night Moon. My mom would read it to me every night, along with Guess How Much I Love You and the Big Book of Things That Go. My mom has had a huge influence on my literacy career.
Ryan always read as a young boy. He'd sit on my lap. His favorite book was The Big Book of Things That Go. We went through 4 of them while he was growing up because the first one ended up in the bathtub because he loved it so much. I had quite the education learning about front loader excavators, backhoes. Ryan could tell me what they all were from reading his book, which has carried over into what he loves to do now, which is cars, identify cars and helicopters, planes, trains, whatever moves. Ryan can tell you about all of the features of that vehicle. I've always encouraged reading for Ryan. If they had a hard time falling asleep at night, I encouraged them to read, and that's what they ended up, how they would fall asleep at night. And I would encourage Ryan to read certain books, and what I have found is that the most important part is that both he and his sister now recommend books to me that used to be my job, is recommending books to them. So it's more or less a family affair, and Ryan's love of reading has been a direct result of all of that time we spent when he was little.
If you went to a very large high school, there were a whole bunch of different groups, and all the kids belonged to different groups. I took the 2 extreme groups to write about, the socials and the greasers. The socials are the real rich kids with the Madras shirts and heat jeans. They stood around the main hall, and they did such cool things like get drunk and beat each other up and steal things and have drag races. And you had the greasers that stood around the back parking lot, and they dressed in black leather jackets and blue jeans, and they were just scummy, hoodie, terrible people who did, you know, scummy, hoodie, terrible things like beat each other up and get drunk and steal things and have drag races. I was just mad about the social situation. I just thought this was idiocy. No point anybody would want to censor it. I mean, some people say, well, it's violent. There were a lot of people shot by the outsiders, especially in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They were like, well, that couldn't happen here. We've got trees. Well, it's violent. When I was growing up, I felt like I was the only person questioning this fact that you got stuck in your group and that was where you were. The concept of the groups hasn't changed. The names and the uniforms have changed.
Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow.